What's up, everybody? Welcome to HotMakes, right here on HotMakes Live. I'm Nerdy J. This is Chep. Everybody say hi to Chuck. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, man? It's been a while.
It's been since Murph. I think we saw each other at Murph.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the show, it's definitely been a while. I'm doing great. I know, another week back we had a little rain here, but a lot of heat. How about you guys down there? How's it been?
Well, there's been on and off crappy, but but it's a nice day today. But it's last days of fall, so we got to enjoy what we got.
Right. Well, like you said, it's been a long time. I'm trying to remember. It's probably been like a year, maybe a year and a half since you've been on HotMakes. How have you been since then? What have you been up to? I think so.
I don't know. I was on, with Pooch Rock.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's in the background there. I see.
He's even got his own little pooch table with a split leg.
Yeah.
So it's
split leg. Slightly wobbly, sure. So you don't want to touch it, right?
That's right. He looks pretty nervous.
Oh, now we're watching him, so it's kind of weird. But that's awesome. Well, we let's talk a little bit. We saw each other at Murph. We had a lot of fun. I was honored to help you film the Stemphy build with Joel, and that was a super fun time. I love that the card you guys put together. And if you guys didn't see that out there watching, welcome, by the way. What was that about? Can you tell us a little bit about the Stemphy blocks? I know I'm jumping right into that, but those were awesome.
Yeah, no, I've been kind of working on and off with those guys. They do all the work. I print their stuff here and there, and I think it's really cool because it's a great way to get kids into a reason to 3D print, a reason for parents to give them a 3D printer and then they can build their own blocks and stuff. I thought it was really cool. And then the more I played with them, I started modifying, making my own. So I've given them suggestions for different blocks. But then when I got to CR30, one of the first things I thought of was making them big. So I went 200%, then I went 300%. Finally, I settled on 500%. And I'm like, oh my God, you could actually make a spool racer out of these things or something.
Right.
So that's why I got the idea of building the car. So I built the big version of their rubber band car. And then I thought, and it was right around Murph coming up. We weren't going to do a spool racer because, Pooch crapped out on me. He couldn't make it. And, he's afraid to race me again. But he's, I said, it'll be perfect to do what Joel did a couple Murphs ago where he built his big RC car, right? And so I said, I'll get Joel to help me, build this Stemphy car. And because I knew he was coming. No one else knew he was coming because he called me up and said, hey, if I fly into Detroit, can I ride with you to Murph? And I go, yeah, dude, come on. So that's how it all happened.
That was a lot of fun. We showed up, I think we showed up Friday night when, it was maybe an hour before they were going to shut it was early. I think I saw you guys. I was like, holy, wait a minute. You said you weren't coming, to Joel, but that was a lot of fun. That whole weekend, was hot and wet, but it was a lot of fun.
Wet.
Man.
Wet. It was like a steam room. It was like a steam room. The floor was wet. Everything was wet. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
I don't think if it's super hard if you weren't there, you cannot imagine how much water came up through the cement that was on the floor. And then not to mention, it was like 95 degrees. So it was crazy hot. And then we had an opportunity to go out with John from Thangs. Speaking of Thangs, we got a $50 Amazon gift card today, courtesy of Thangs, our sponsor of the show. So thank you so much, Thangs, for sponsoring the show. And again, we went out with John for dinner. We went to that I think the little pub it was a brew house, right? They brewed their own stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, we were just about to leave, and it just started downpouring everywhere. It was like a torrential rain. It was it was a lot of fun.
We went back in and sat in there and waited for the rain to stop because it was a wall of rain. It was a
lot of rain. That was a lot of fun. Well, and it was super cool to hang out with you guys. We had a lot of fun that weekend, and we were talking a little bit we got you back on, which is amazing, and I can't wait to see. So you've been putting out, consistent Friday videos. Anything special you can tell us coming up, like a little secret hint? Or
yeah, I got
hey, wait, let me guess, is it on an Ender 3?
Well, it could be used on an Ender 3.
Yeah, there you go.
I've got, let's see, I'll just give you a clue. I got something along the lines like this.
Oh, okay.
It's an electronic board, and this isn't the exact one because I got a redesign. But this is a little tool I'm coming up with for
nice
3D printing.
That's super cool. And
that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm trying to incorporate more electronics in the channel because after all, it originally is Chuck. Wait, if I can get this right, Chuck. Camera's backwards. Chuck Hellebuck's Electronic Products. Screw it. It's Chuck Hellebuck's Electronic Products. That was originally what the channel was supposed to be about doing electronics, 3D printing cases and brackets and stuff for it, and making stuff. And then, like I think I've said before, the 3D printing took off, so I'm like, okay, I'll just have fun with 3D printing. But I'm really missing the electronics part. So I'm trying to incorporate more into it, and this is one of those projects.
I think I have a couple HotMakes that you're gonna love that incorporate some electronics today. And the other cool thing, I've been watching like Twitter. You've been milling PCBs, right?
Yeah,
and that's another super cool thing.
Look over my shoulder, right?
Oh, cool.
There is the milling machine.
Nice.
It's hard to see because I got the lights off behind me. But that's the milling machine, and this is basically a strip of some of my electronics where I solder shit together and stuff.
That's awesome.
And then you can't see it, but I got a wall full of cabinets of parts right over here. So it's kind of like this is my center desk,
right?
And back here where Pooch Rock is the electronics area. So
that's so cool. I've been watching. I every time you tweet, I'm like, oh, he's got another PCB at a million. And I'm not great at designing that kind of stuff. So like in my brain, I'm like, how do you come up with the paths and stuff? But I'm assuming it starts like super simple, and then you come up with more and more elaborate paths, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a whole lot different in 3D printing. It's just, if you're making a 3D print, say a one-dimensional 3D print, you're just laying out letters because you want to make a tag or name tag or some stuff like that. You're laying it out how you want it, where you want the lines, where you want the outline, and your recesses or stuff. Well, you do the same thing with a circuit board. You just lay out where you want the traces and where you want the pads to solder to, and just connect it all. You do that in the CAD software, which is electronic CAD software, and it outputs. Depending on which one you use, but basically you get to a G code. Okay. And then, which are Gerber files, but they're just G code X, Y, and then you send that to that machine back here, and it literally mills it just like it's a CNC. It's an
CNC right into there.
You get a bare copper, like, so you take a bare copper sheet like this, and you mill out where you want traces.
Nice. That's so cool.
You get nice clean cuts. See how clean the cuts are.
Yeah, it's really good
because it's really, really, it's really, really thin. So, I love designing these things. So I've been doing this, for years, and just design little circuit boards and stuff. And that's what I do.
Well, it'll be cool to see more electronics, come back to your channel. I know I jumped in and you were like full swing 3D printing by the time I think I saw you in December of 2019 or something, and it was like a lot of 3D printing related stuff by then. So it's super cool. I know we have just some talented people actually in the chat too that put together robots and droids. And I really want to do a droid build. We did Maker Faire Milwaukee. I went yesterday for a couple hours, and they had a whole club based around basically droids, but based around R2s. And they had multiple other ones, but mostly they had like 5 R2, like fully built R2s working, driving. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is cool. I just never dove into that. I'm actually working on a project over here. But speaking of that, you said CR30 earlier. We talked a little bit at Murph and before. I think the plan is to try to print some spool racers for next year, right? I saw a couple chats, so.
Yeah, I mean that was the original plan this year to come with a 3D printed, because I've said in the past I'd love to 3D print a car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if it's a, you know, like you see what Michael Denton, or I think that's his name, does the Lego, the big Legos. He did a
Yeah,
go.
the Lego stuff.
But I'd like to do something where, you know, it could be a car where you could actually, you know, zip around in it maybe. So someday. so I thought, well, why don't I start a spool racer, right? And just 3D print a spool racer. So I'll come out of retirement, you know, to run a 3D printed spool racer. But it just didn't work out with the whole COVID crap and everything.
Yeah.
You know, just to arrive at Murph was, you know, an effort. Almost, I think everyone there that I talked to was vaccinated, and you know, it's just you didn't know.
Yeah.
You just didn't know it was going to happen. So it was like we took it the easy route. But next year, I'm hoping that, I know there's a couple other people. I think you've said it, and a couple others who said they're going to build a car. So hopefully get some 3D printed ones.
That will be, it'll be a lot of fun. If I can build one that'll hold my weight.
that's key, right? I mean,
right. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think
it's going to be, that's a challenge right there.
well, you pretty much
break, you know.
Well, you have to build like a limousine because you're so tall, you know. But no, it's going to be a lot of fun if you get the chance and you're watching. I mean, any of the, I know Earth didn't happen this year, but hopefully that comes back next year too. But any of the festivals in general are such a fun time. Maker Faire was great. I got to meet some really cool people. One guy I'm going to talk to, hopefully we'll get him on the show soon. He's making his own jetpack, like completely by himself, and he's got it to the point where he can lift himself off the ground, like especially when he jumps. It won't fully push him up. But I'm just like, man, you're doing this in your garage by yourself. This is so cool. And he's got 3D printed parts in the hands and in the pack itself. And so I'm super pumped for a lot of cool stuff coming up. But I think what time we got? 6:15. All right. I think we should jump into some HotMakes. We got quite a few. I think 10 or 11 of them today. And then we'll come back to it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do some HotMakes. All right. Well, the first one we got today comes to us from Mark Rhodes. Mark is awesome, from his photography to his painting to his models. This is an epic 1/4 scale commission of I believe is it Liera? We'll say Liera from Mass Effect. It's printed on a Piapoli Phenom, 2 full plates, 40 hours of printing. But such a good print here. I mean,
this is what those machines do so well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And especially when you can paint as well as Mark does. We have some really talented painters here, and I am not one of them. We did a painting episode a while back, and that was about the extent. I just had to dump it on a canvas. That's it. I mean, I'm good with that. But there you go. That was the owner of it. So that's actually a pretty tall print, you know, when you put it all together. Super cool. What I wanted to show, let's see if I can zoom in here.
That thing. A lot of hours. Wow. 40
hours. Do you do any resin at all?
Actually, I do. I have Phenom.
Okay.
But I haven't showed it on the channel. It's actually, my son runs it for me. He needed it for some business work. And so we got one, and he's my expert on that. I go to him for stuff. Eventually I'll get into it, but I'm still having fun with FDM.
Well, it's I mean, what's amazing, Mark's painting, like if you look here, just, you know, the weathering he put on here, the smudges, just the little detail, right? It's just the little things that make these these models pop. And I mean, this is the other thing I was looking at, the face. So if we zoom in, I mean, just the details in the face there with the different shades and the shadowing, and it's such a good job. Nice work, Mark. I haven't paid too close attention to chat. I apologize. So I'm not sure if Mark's here with us, but awesome work, Mark. It's just phenomenal on that. Ethan's dad, Marcus, says, when I saw this first, I thought it was Nebula. That's awesome. Ethan, we saw you at Murph too.
Yeah, that's right.
Or Ethan's dad, Marcus, I should say. We saw Ethan as well. This was graffiti. This is cool. The Haunted Candle by Bugman. This is printed on a Prusa Mini white PETG, and then we gotta check this out. There you go. This is everybody starting their Halloween prints, and this has got to be one of my favorites I've seen so far. The Haunted Candle, so good.
That is well done. Very well done. That's good surface finish too.
I was just gonna say, I imagine this is a little bit better than your Prusa Mini. I think you went through some heartache with that thing.
Yeah, I got it. I figured it out. But
it's good.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I just had this. People, it was a common issue. I just didn't know about it. PTFE not going all the way down to the
okay.
And so I was getting plugs.
You did a video on that.
Yep. So I made a video. So if anyone else is, late to the game and runs into this, I had quite a few people say, you helped me out. So
right.
I wasn't the only one who didn't know, but white filament, to get that kind of finish with white filament, I'm impressed by that. That's really good.
Nice work, Graffiti. And I absolutely love the candle holder down here too. That's a good touch. I love all the keep all the Halloween stuff coming. Last week we had Chaos Cortec on, and they are just releasing a crazy amount of files in September, so they're almost over with that, and then they're going to jump into some more for October. Look when your print fails 6 hours in. That's a good one. Yeah, this one. That's about right. Oh. Nice word, Graffiti.
But he painted that base. He said, I think it read, he sprayed, mixed filaments and sprayed gold. But even the base, the candle holder.
Yeah, let's go see it.
Gold. That
there you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's
you know what? From the original picture, I didn't notice that. That is cool. That's really good.
Really well done. I mean, it's just nice print.
Yeah.
Does that have LED?
Oh yeah, right here, white PETG base on a Predator. Okay, it was on the Anti-Cubic Predator, and then with mixed filaments, then sprayed gold.
Oh yeah, it's got a T-light fake flame.
There you go.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so good.
That's part of what I love about 3D printing. You can take something that's in your head and just create it.
Right.
And now you got it for your Halloween display or whatever you're doing. So
and Bugman does some awesome designs as well. And I think he was the one that designed this, I believe. And it's so cool to see all the different designers out there and their own styles and characteristics. And everybody has their own thing. It's a lot of fun. I know you designed that one, right?
Even Pooch Rocks likes
it. That's awesome.
That pooch table's holding up. Unbelievable.
Only $29.99 if you want one right now.
That's a miniature. This is a miniature version.
That's the mini, so it's only $15.99.
Yeah, it's cheaper, but it does have this. It does have the split leg. So
yeah, you got to have that with the. Oh, it wobbles. That's perfect.
Yeah, so it is accurate. It is a true pooch table. So it's just a miniature version.
Everybody needs one. Well, you know what? If you're out there and you want to have some fun, if you could design the pooch table, a printable pooch table, and we'll throw the printable pooch rocks on the pooch table. So and Pooch agrees. He says, yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. So tag us if you design the pooch table, like 3D printable pooch table. You got to have the wobbly leg in there somehow. It could be a swivel, whatever you want to do. Tag us. We'll print it up, and next week we'll show it off with the pooch on top of it, and hopefully it doesn't fall off. Oh, so good. So this next one's Local Maker Michigan. This was designed by 3D Print Bunny, who is featured quite a bit on the show. Awesome designer and sharing some Halloween designs. I love it. The filament change there at the end, give it a little orange on the top there. This could almost be like cookie cutter. That's what, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, it's kind of like a punch. You could turn that into a cookie cutter pretty easily, probably.
She's been doing some really clever things with that method. That's
oh my god, the bridging,
hanging by the strings.
Yeah, the tensegrity.
Yeah, do you realize that's what this is?
No, I didn't. What?
Yeah, like the
Oh,
top. They're like hanging from the top one is hanging from the bottom one.
you're right. I didn't even see that before.
Yeah, every one of her prints has been
Phenomenal.
like that. She's got a whole series. She posts them on Twitter. They're just
Yeah.
phenomenal. She's really, really clever with what she's doing.
Nice work. You know what? Thanks, you guys, for pointing that out. I didn't even see that this was another one of the Tenseigurity models. That is so cool. I'm gonna have to print this now. I gotta get it and print it because I've been printing the Prusa Mini I have at work. I've been printing off some of the other ones and just letting them sit at work. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm a little rough with them. So when you take them off the build plate, if you're not careful, I break them a lot. So
now, when you introduced this, you said something about the Michigan maker or something. What was that?
Yeah, local maker, Michigan. You know,
she's not from Michigan.
No, this was her model. He printed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to totally blank on his. He's probably watching. If you remember his name, let me know in the chat because I totally blanked on his name. He was trying to get to Murph. He was supposed to be there. He couldn't get there. So we'll have to meet him next year for sure.
Yeah, I think I might have talked to him or email with. I don't know. There's several people in Michigan because I'm in Michigan.
That's right.
So I'll end up talking to him from time to time. But I remember there's a couple of people trying to get down there from Michigan. So
Jim Carter's up in Michigan, right?
Jim Carter. Yeah, Jim Carter's up in Michigan.
Jim and I have hung out quite a bit in the past. So
yeah, Jim's a good dude.
I know Jim real well. Real good dude.
All right. What do we got next? Another one from Local Maker Michigan. I had to do two. Tagged us in this hand painted, 3D printed knitting bowl. He hand painted it for a resident and a senior living facility. So the way I really learned about about Local Maker Michigan, and I'm totally blanking. I apologize. I'm blanking on.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
What's your real name, if you don't mind? If you don't want to tell us, that's fine too. I totally forgot though. So he did when we did a vase contest in June, in June into July. He printed like 30 something vases, I believe, and entered into the contest. And then in the end, I believe he took them and donated them, and that was really cool. You know that he did that. And Chad, okay, there we go. And now looks like he's doing another one here for a 3D printed knitting bowl, and then he hand painted it. So very cool.
Yeah. That's where a lot of this stuff comes together. You know, we got the first one was painted, and now painting here where it's just the art coming together. You know, 3D printing is just one tool for the artist, but it's so cool to see these different things that people are doing with the 3D printers, beyond practical prints and Chep cubes and everything else. This is what I love to see. I have no time to do this stuff.
Right.
I have absolutely. That's the one thing with making a weekly show.
Yeah.
And trying to help people out. I have no time to work. That's why I'm so excited about doing some little electronic. I'm squeezing stuff in. I actually get to do what I love to do. Beyond, I love 3D printing, but to go beyond what the videos are.
Right.
So this is awesome.
Chad said 35 vases. That's right. And you're right. Like a lot of times as content creators, we get so drawn into creating content, we don't take time to step back and print stuff for ourselves anymore. Right. So it's always like, I have this paperweight. I mean, this Lulzbot behind me. I need to get some stuff printing on it. And then, I'm printing for that one. And then I have another one I need to print for. And then all of a sudden you realize like 3 months have gone by and you didn't print anything at all for yourself. And so like lately I got into RC cars a little bit recently. And so I've been printing parts, for the RC cars. And then, one of my favorite ones is Chaos Cortec came up with this, and we debuted it last week. It's on Thangs, so go check it out. This is the Geary model. So that was a lot of fun to print. Yeah, I bet it definitely was Geary's favorite. But yeah, I mean, I've been printing some cool stuff for the RC cars that I it's so cool to have the tool, like you said, the 3D printer is a tool to like combine them with what you want to do. You just have to have the time to do what you want to do. But
exactly.
Nice work though, Chad. Now that I remember that, And let's see. Yeah, and Greg, I see Greg's Maker Corners in the chat with us too. As you can see, this thing didn't start printing yet. We're about to turn it off. So I've been testing this Lulzbot 747, and I'm assuming if I do that, it'll start printing. So what? It just started printing. So it did its probing, but it gets stuck at the temperature before the print and never starts. So if you go in and to the tuning and turn the temperature down 5 degrees, it'll start itself right away.
Which machine is that?
This is that Lulzbot 747, the Sidekick.
Oh.
We saw it at Murph. They did debut him at Murph.
Yep.
And
so is there a firmware update for that or something? That sounds like a firmware thing.
That is, unless there's a new one, that is the new firmware. so it's a challenge, but they've been coming out with some really good prints. It's just some interesting challenges to get the printer up to par, if that makes any sense. And there's a couple of people in the chat that have them, and like Greg said, I already did PID tuning twice on the hot end, and it's just not stabilizing, or it's not thinking it's stabilized, and it just won't start. But if you drop the temp, it works every time. It's really weird, but that's far away from Greg's or Chad's paint. But what do we got next? Oh, Ken saying this was really cool. Ken said he missed the HotMakes show last week, and he posted this last week, so he missed the show because we didn't get to have it. But I wanted to do this Batman from Patreon, and this is kind of the evolution of his Batman. So I mean, super clean for black. First of all, I gotta say, like you said earlier, for the white, that's a super clean black print right there too. Well, we got 0.12 layers. It looks like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't tell. That's some good filament though too.
Yeah. For let's see, it says 4 days of printing.
Yeah.
You know, look at that.
But you had to have had supports on that, right?
I would imagine, yeah, you'd have to. Even if it was in different parts, you'd probably have to have support somewhere.
But I mean, look at it. It looks clean underneath.
Yeah. There you go.
Underneath the hands, and well, I mean, that one's is that painted, or is that just?
This is a render, I believe.
Yeah,
someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was actually right off the Patreon.
But
actually,
back to the actual print.
Let's see
if that
is 8.1 inches high, 7 inches wide, and 7 inches long. So, let me look at this. I'm gonna have to say that's rendered. Yeah, that looks rendered. but I mean,
a lot to learn.
Yeah, the print itself so good.
Zoom in on it. Can you zoom in on that hand at all? Or
yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the edge underneath that. That's clean. He did.
Yeah.
That's some really good support tear off, and then I'm sure he probably cleaned some stuff, but well done. Well done.
Yeah, very well done. And it's off Patreon. He's actually in the chat. Hey, how are you? Nice work. I mean, super clean model, and I love Batman, so there's that.
Yeah. Excellent. Nice.
Oh, let's see. What do we got next? Leo C. This was really cool. So this was a 3D printed SpaceX Starship, the SN20, and it looks like an Ender 5 Pro, and scaled it up to 1 meter tall. So this is the ship. There we go.
Nice. Nice.
Wow.
I think that comment is on the Batman.
4 separate pieces rotated in different orientations. Nice.
Oh, that's how he did it. Okay. Then
nice work.
All right, you fooled me. I thought you did supports. Good job. Good job.
I'm sure there was supports on there somewhere. There had to be.
Still, if he rotated so it printed away. Just well done overall. These rockets are awesome.
These rockets are so good, and like this is the one he just printed, and I love zooming in to see more of the detail. It looks like several pieces, of course. I'm pretty sure, yeah, several pieces with the fins here. But I mean, that silver is clean too. Very good print.
Pooch Rock said there's probably some moon rocks in there somewhere.
Nice. So good. Nice work, Leo, on the rocket. Was a SpaceX Starship SN20. Here we go. Boris finally got to the, oh man, I'm just going to say snail because I will not say that name correctly. The snail fort, 175%. This is one I thought you would like. It's obviously, you know, in the daytime, it looks like this. And then, you know, you turn your lights off and it all lights up. It's so cool.
That's awesome. That's really, really well done. Even the balance of the light and the way it's shining through the walls, you're not seeing a bunch of cracks.
Yeah, and you know, the print itself looks very good.
And it looks solid. You know,
look at those peaks. Yeah.
Daylight. And then and that shell glows like, holy cow, that's very well done.
And it was, yeah, like, I mean, it looks like it was printed on a Voron 2.4, so that's a heck of a machine as well. Right. But I love that it's like, you know, you have your day look and then your night look.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, to get that kind of balance of lighting like that takes a little bit of playing around with to get it to glow even like that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm wondering, do you think it was like a rope light or something that he pushed in there? Or I guess I'm not sure. It
could be. I mean, it's hard to tell. He did such a good job. You can't see the hot spots or not.
Maybe just a little, but not much. Yeah. I'm just curious. I mean, it's super bright. Whatever it is, is so cool.
Yeah, it's just really well done.
Nice work. Jamma Master. Here we go. This is probably right up your alley here. 4 days of hard graft, but I think I've outdone myself. Especially happy about this one, and of course, there's a Raspberry Pi inside. Check out this. It's like a full control, you know, kind of a station thing, right? There's some more pictures we'll get to too, but I believe everything plugs into it. If I saw that correctly, there's a Raspberry Pi built inside of this. I mean, that's got to be. It looks like.
That is. So,
you think this is machined, or
I'm
not sure what. Chrome, obviously.
It's well done. I can't tell. It doesn't really look machined, but it looks plastic. But then again, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. That is so cool.
There you go. There's the rear. I love the old school plugs there, the VGA plugs.
Yeah. It's what does it do?
I believe it's like let's go down here. Here we go. Here's some more pics. There you go. It's a gaming
game control. All right.
Yeah, and I believe it's the whole, like, everything's built in. So the Raspberry Pi, I'm sure, has an emulator on it which plays the games right from that controller, that joystick. It's chrome dipped. Perfect. It's a little arcade machine. That's what someone else said. But yeah, there you go. That's so good.
You scroll further down, you can see it looks like it was an aluminum plate that was chrome dipped or something. Do you see him working on it? There we go.
It looks like he has multiple here too, so it's not his first. Let's go check out what Geary was talking about. So there's what it looks like all the way around. Here we go. This is probably what you want to see here.
So, yeah, look further down.
Hang on, I got to show Chep the. There we go.
There you go.
Looks like.
See, there's a non-circuit board. That's his make your own perf board. Use a perf board, make your own circuit board. That's awesome.
And it's shaped in the same size as the controller.
Yeah, you can make the cutout. But
and then
that's awesome.
Oh, there we go. That must be obviously the underneath side of going for.
Okay.
So it looks like. There we go.
Oh, he does.
This is a
lathe, so he's machining stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a button, an 8mm button, and man, the wires are cloned, and the power button is at just the right level. It said, okay. And this is I'm assuming I can't tell if that's top or bottom now because the buttons aren't in. I'm thinking that's the top. Let's see.
That Chip, zoom into that.
This
one?
one?
There. Yeah, zoom into that. Yeah, okay. He's got a little surface mount. I thought maybe it's dead bug. Oh, no, it is dead bug. It is dead bug. You take an electronic chip and you put it upside down. It's like a dead bug. A bug dies.
Oh, yeah. Like this.
So sometimes when you lay out a circuit board, it doesn't work. You want the connections opposite, or you lay out the board wrong. So it's called laying it out as a dead bug. So you got to actually flip the chip, bend the legs down, and then do it. So that looked like he had a dead bug.
Interesting.
But that's
learned something new today.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of planning and work in that right there. It's a lot of work in that right there.
There we go. So that now you can see what you said. That
they're bent. They're bent like back and like an S. That's how you know it's dead bugged.
And then this is all the buttons for the controllers.
Yep.
All the different buttons, and this must be like LED tape or LED strips, so he can go around the outside there.
That gives it the lighting.
Yeah, so good, man. I mean, this is such a cool build.
So that's where I would lay out a circuit board instead of doing that. That's why I give him a lot of credit for doing that. But the reason I lay out a circuit board because I'll screw something up, and then rather than have to cut wires and make it, rip a connection, I'll just cut a new board. And so
nice.
That's why I like having that tool.
That one, it's cool to have that tool. I'm assuming this person doesn't. They probably would have used it. But
it's not a cheap tool. The only reason I got it. The only reason I got it is because it was a closeout. It was a demo unit, and Bantam Tools. They're like, I had to send it back, and I just told them, I says, hey, how much if I just keep it? And so we worked out a deal, and so that's how I ended up with it, and I love it.
Nice. Well, I mean, this is awesome. Jam Hamster, awesome work. I can't wait to see a little more. It looks like you have plenty here to actually show. It looks like he does this quite often, or they do this quite often, whoever does it. Right. Such a good idea. I love the idea of them being built in. Kind of reminds me of the Cyber decks that way, and such a cool idea. I don't know if there's even much 3D printing in this, but it's such a cool make in general that we had to show it for sure.
It's not a cool make, it's a hot make.
There you go. Hot make. Nice work.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Another one. I saw this, and this is faux taxidermy. It's obvious it's a lion, obviously, right? And it is just gorgeous. Like, it's phenomenal.
Is there someone can put that on? Is like a helmet thing they can put on?
I don't think so. I think this is just like a lion head taxidermy, like a faux lion taxidermy. So I think if we scroll down, here's some more pictures. Just the detail and time in this is, I mean, it's on another level, and it's something that, like, it's all however, like fabric, and I know we talked a lot with Willow about how she plugs hair and stuff, and this has got a ton of hair. So
yeah, it's
look at that detail with the scar, and
see, my wife used to do stuff like that, and so I've seen her and other people she knows do amazing things like that, and it's just a talent. It's such a talent.
Yeah. And then they like this backlit shot. It looks so good. And I definitely, it looks like Naz FX Studio is the watermarks on there. There we go. And that's who did it. But nice work. I know we were tagged in this, but this is such a cool thing because searching through the Twitterverse, everything gets lost unless you're tagged or you're specifically looking for something. So thank you for tagging this, for one, and for two, keep tagging stuff like this because I want to see more of this. This is so cool.
Beats the hairy lion 3D print.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah.
Chuck isn't lying.
There you go.
Pooch Rock is laughing it down.
Oh man.
Well, this was cool. I saw this one. This was funny.
This was a cool idea.
All I could think of and I don't know if it could be done, is to put that on a couple servos if they and time it,
Yes.
and just have it sit there and go. So when it crosses, it flips the servos,
That's a cool idea.
But then you got to tip it too. So you'd have to tip. The servos would flip and tip and flip and tip and flip and tip.
Oh man.
Perpetual motion.
That is, and it's mesmerizing. You can sit here and just watch this thing over and over because of how it works. It's just so mesmerizing to watch.
I
Yeah.
wonder if you could chain a bunch of them together and get like a whole line going.
Maybe.
You could. I've seen things like that where they shift and then they'll go a different path. But it's mostly those I've seen. They're like it's going downhill. So
Yeah.
So like marbles will go down it, but then one will go this track, and then one will go a different track, and then we'll go because they're shifting. But this is cool that it's in place. That's a print in place kind of thing too. So
Yeah, I need to find this print. I don't know if it's out there. I mean, they didn't put it on here, but I need to find something like this because that's so cool. This is kind of I would call it like a fidget toy, except for it's obviously very loud. But it would be a lot of fun to just sit there, and I think you could get lost in that for a while.
yeah,
Man, that's so cool. Those the ones that are like wood and they have the tilting tops where you keep the marble like going through a path. I suck at those, so I think this would be much better for me. So good, nice work. I apologize. I can't. Is it Kasanisisi? Because I'm butchering that. So, but nice work. Shoot you a follow there. Definitely a hot make for sure. If you've printed this in the chat, let us know because there's something like it. Because I'd love to see where I could find a file like that. Obviously, like you said, it's I think it's print in place. It looks like it is. Well, it's two colors. So
well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
But
that's a good question now, but it could be with like a pallet or MMU or something.
yeah, or a two-head printer.
Right. And also, I just saw Nightbot posted tonight's giveaway. Make sure you enter. We're close. We're maybe 10 minutes or less away from giving away $50 Amazon gift card, courtesy of Thangs, because Thangs is awesome. Sponsor of today's show. So make sure you do that. Enter up. Can't win if you don't enter, right?
That's right.
All right.
Excuse
me. There you go. The hits keep coming with Photos Mint. Check out the detail on this Urea of Londor figure. Man, I am terrible with these names. I need to get a Geary. You're probably better at these names than I am, right? If you're a Dark Souls fan, you got to check this out. It's looks like it was printed on a Saturn using the Srytech Fast Gray. Another amazing print. This is like you said earlier, this is what resin is for. I mean, models like this really make resin shine. Man.
Yeah, you can't do that with that detail with FDM.
I mean,
you can get close on some printers, but not those little lines and stuff. That's just phenomenal.
Yeah, these buttons, the tiny little buttons. Oh man, great work. I mean, and it's a cool model too, for sure. I don't know if you jumped on it or not, but I jumped on the the Jupiter bandwagon. So I pre-ordered one, and then I just saw Uncle Jesse posted and did some stuff on it, and the thing is a monster. The thing is huge. So that's going to be an interesting printer to find space for whenever it arrives next year. I think next year is what they're saying. But
yeah, like I said, I got that Pio Poly, the Phenom, and we print a lot of small stuff on it, which is funny because it can print big, and we print a lot of small stuff. So
hey, as long as it print, the thing is, you can print a lot of small stuff on that plate. Yeah. I have one sitting right over here as well. Yeah. And the plate is pretty good. Now I think the Jupiter is going to be a little bit bigger, but not much, but it's going to be a mono screen and we'll see what happens. I got the extra stuff where you can actually put a reservoir on there and it'll auto fill for you. So, you're printing something huge. and then you don't have to pay attention that you just wasted $80 in resin for one print. So all the small things Caleb said. There you go. Nice. All right. Nice work. Garrett over at 3D Print Farm had him on a couple weeks ago. The cybernetic beaver. But is it angry? Another great resin print. Oops. I wanted to jump in. Like the little detail in this print is so good. He used a little, looks like he used obviously some supports in there, but another awesome print. And did you see, I think Willow, well, some other people are doing it, but Willow started doing on her Phenom, she's doing chainmail, right? Resin chainmail. And it's such a cool idea.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things. It takes to a total different direction, what you can do. And like I said, I leave it to my son. It was interesting because how you angle it too, that you have to plan for the drip, especially in small prints. Because if it drips and hardens, you got this bump. So that's one thing where we were learning early on, because he had these designs that had like a little cup shape, and he had to print them like at an angle so it would drain. So
sure.
He ended up with resin because it needed to be clean. So it was kind of a challenge, doing that. I'm going, oh my God, this is a whole new curve. So that's where I'll go to a guy like Uncle Jesse and watch what he's doing. And
right.
I had one of the first resins from what was it? Wanhao.
Okay.
And man, it was a piece of crap. I got so turned off by resin after that thing. I let everyone, like, you guys figure it out. I'll just watch for right now.
I love it.
Then I got the Phenom, and now we're having fun. So I still like the FDM. It works good for me. What I do.
Yeah. One, it's what's awesome. I mean, they both have their own worlds, right? It's their own tools. They're different tools. What's cool about the FDM is when you're done, you pull it off the printer, and you're done. You take your supports off. You don't have to worry about it. Maybe you want to paint it. Maybe you want to, do something like that. But there's no post like cleaning and curing and I think that has its there. But now, then again, when you can do stuff like this, like some of the models we've seen tonight,
yeah,
I mean that's a cool tool to have.
I have a question.
Last thing, yeah.
Are we sure it's a beaver or is it a woodchuck?
Oh
man. I need to read.
I haven't heard every kind of chuck joke ever else. I used to have a guy that always walked by and he says, "What's up, Chuck?" Until he got to the point he'd just walk by me and go. So yeah,
that's cool. Hey, I gotta say, Hybotics just posted it in the chat, and it's pretty funny because I mean you're widely known for your Ender 3 stuff because a lot of your stuff was based around that printer. And he says, "I see the Ender 3 whisper, Jeff." So that's so awesome. All right. The last thing we got on HotMakes, the last call. If you want to enter the contest, you got to do it now. Make sure you get entered. You can't win unless you're entered. There's a link in the description. Also, a link in the chat, and you can find it there. Also, everything you see tonight, there's also another link in the description to a Google Doc, and you can find episode 72. Holy moly. 72 out there and find everything you saw tonight in there if you want to go back and revisit anything. So earlier I chatted, hey, that we're going to be on today. And you said I may bring a guest.
Yeah,
and
there he is.
He's right behind you. Yeah, you brought him. That's perfect. But then we had some fun. Like all of a sudden, some other people took that off, and then you had this one. I'm hoping you guys can hear this. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
No, there's no audio.
No audio?
Nah.
Give me
you
a
didn't
second.
turn audio on when you shared your screen?
Oh, I did. But if I share the whole window, it doesn't work. Let's see. Here we go. Let's try this. Now it's a weird shape. But anyways, let's see if you guys can hear this. I'm going to bring it right here. So this was a Fix 'em Dude. Here you go. So good. You can hear it now, right? Yeah, there you go. The Rock of Ages. So Builder's Mark was yes. And then let's see.
This is
then we got the big picture guy posted this one. And now wait, we're not funded yet on this new channel, so I don't care. Here we go. Oh,
I've seen that 50 times and it's still funny.
oh, my eyes are watering because it looks like him.
It's him. He got the mouth lined up with the mouth, you know. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, wait, one more time. So, oh man, so keep having fun with the Pooch Rock because it is so good every time we bring it on. I know Pooch is not here to defend himself, but it's just
there he is. He's right there.
Yes, Slow Moses says this is awesome. Yeah, I 100% agree. I
could just let that play over and over.
Right. I could just see it, and it looks like him. I mean, that's the best part.
Even the way the Rock like moves with his head is just
Yeah.
so well done.
Nice work. Oh man, my eyes are watering. So if you guys want to have some fun with that, go find my tweet from today and retweet it. Tag Pooch. Maybe we should all like go retweet it and tag him and just like totally bomb him right now or right after the show. He'll be like, "What's happening?" But Pooch needs to rock a helmet for Halloween. Yes, Mitch. Well, he's got his pretty hair. So let me do this because we're good there. There we go. So he's got like my Pooch Rock is a little different fashion. It's this is my troll Pooch Rock. So he's got his hair, the very nice Sharpie lipstick. So I mean, he didn't do great on his eye makeup that day, but if you want to know what my 3D printed painting looks like, this is it. This is what I can do. That's it. This is about it right there. Oh, so but I love it.
Funny, this face that's on him. I just literally grabbed the rock, before I made that video for you, and I just took a magic marker and zoom, did this, and then I went back and looked at Pooch's thumbnail. And it's like the same expression. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I captured it. I didn't even try, and I captured this expression. So it's like
it was so good.
So
man.
It's been fun. It's been fun to bring this up. And then now seeing that stuff, I was rolling earlier.
Yeah, I think that's gotta be a staple. We'll get Geary to like put that sound effect on and maybe we'll just make it like a permanent video. And we'll start like coming into intros. That would be pretty awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. We're going to give some stuff away. A $50 Amazon gift card courtesy of Thangs. It looks like there's roughly 76, 75 people in there. So we're going to have some fun here. Let me grab the names. Whew, man. I cannot wait I got to show my wife that. She is going to crack up. She hasn't seen that one yet, I don't think. And so good. All right. Share. We got the wheel. If I could find the wheel. There we go. So here is the wheel for the week. This is the Thangs wheel, courtesy of Thangs, $50 Amazon gift card. Thank you so much again, Thangs, for sponsoring the show. Also, if you want to check out some really awesome stuff, Chaos Cortec on Thangs, check them out. They are posting just some awesome stuff for Halloween. They posted a lot of stuff they did last year too, and I can't wait to throw a bunch actually on the resin printer that's right here and just print a bunch of models at once. It's going to be a lot of fun with those guys. And don't forget, you can get your Geary model there So jump on things and get your own Geary model. Let's see what you guys do with this for Halloween too, because it'll be a lot of fun to decorate, dress Geary up, tag Geary AI in the Twitters, and he'll see it.
I got a lot. I moved a lot of stuff to things myself. So you need a Chep cube. You need some other stuff. But check it out at things.com. I've been using it.
That's right. The Chep cube is a staple. You got to print the Chep cube, and I tell you, check out Chep's videos too, because we saw some just incredible prints, and a lot of us know to get our printers anywhere near that, you got to go through all the calibration. You got to get yourself dialed in. Otherwise, then you end up looking like this pooch rock if you don't. No. But Loyal Moses says he didn't enter. So I win if Things is giving away $1,000. I don't know. Last time you won, you ended up actually winning a giveaway printer that you gave away to somebody. So we said that was quite a while ago. It was funny because we said if it lands on Loyal Moses, he's got to give away a Prusa Mini, and he agreed. He said that. We may or may not just changed all the names to Loyal Moses though. So so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, right. All right, here we go. 77 people. I'm going to hit this thing in 3, 2, 1. David Kwashenik, congratulations. If David, you're there, let us know in the chat. We need to hear from you. So type something, let us know you're there. And Chep, if you're still there, either you're really good at holding still or you might have froze. I'm not sure.
It is taggable, but hasn't said anything yet.
Chep, yes, congratulations. We'll get you in there. We'll hook you up with that $50 Amazon gift card, courtesy of Things, and we'll get you rocking. And it looks like we just lost Chep. He was frozen there for a minute, but he's back. There he is.
Now he's just Chi.
Yeah, he's just Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's just playing with us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
I had to come back on my phone. The connection to my computer just crashed, and now it's rebooting. So.
You gotta love that. Well, congratulations. Yeah, good thing we're like right at 7 o'clock, so that was perfect timing. Chep, thank you so much for coming out. I know we can find you everywhere. You're on your phone, so we won't make you take too long. But where can we find you? If people want to come find you on anywhere, where can they find you?
Filmitfriday.com. Just take filmitfriday.com. Take you right to my YouTube channel. It's the easiest way to get me. Nice. Chuck Hullebuck. Yeah, that's about it.
And check out Chep's. You still have stuff on Amazon. You're still doing the Filament Friday toolkit, right?
See you guys.
All right. See you later, Chep. I think he got frozen again.
Yeah,
I think we lost him again, but that's okay because it was right at the end. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chuck, for jumping on with us tonight. I appreciate that. And it's always good to talk. It's so much fun. But I mean, if you had the dedication of Pooch, you would have driven onto a mountain. Remember when he did that? If you remember, let us know in the chat because that was pretty funny. Pooch driving up the mountain to try to get back online with us. But anyways, everybody have a great night. We really appreciate it. We will see you next week. Modbot joins us next week. Officially, we're bringing him back. And 2 weeks, we're going to have David Hewlett will be back with us. So that'll be a lot of fun. I know he's filming again. I'm not sure if he can talk about it, but maybe we'll try to pry it out of him. We'll definitely talk about his past projects as always. And David just brings an enormous amount of energy to the streams and just a ton of fun. If you're a Stargate fan or a David Hewlett fan in general, he'll be on with us in 2 weeks. And then we have some special stuff coming after that. We'll let you know next week when we get it solidified. But you guys have a great night. Geary, anything else?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. Were we going to do a Pooch rant?
Let's do a Pooch rant. Let's do a quick Pooch rant. You ready?
Well, let's do it.
Pooch rants.